Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and today we have a super exciting video to get into because we actually got a box in the mail from NSabers. So I do want to give NSabers a huge shout out for sending me this and sponsoring this video. And yeah, let's just go ahead and crack this open because I am so excited to see what's inside. Popping the top off, we've got several stuff in this box, starting off with, of course, a lightsaber blade. Very nice. And then, of course, we also have the hilt. And this is a behemoth of a hilt. Barely getting all in camera with this first shot, but taking off the cover here, as you can see, we actually have Cal Kestis' cross guard lightsaber. And this thing is just a work of art. Now we will get more into this here in just a second, but let's go ahead and get the rest of the box unboxed. But this is just a huge lightsaber hilt, by the way. But I also just want to show off how big of a lightsaber hilt this is because it's just genuinely huge. More in the box, we actually have a set of gloves here if you guys want to keep all the fingerprints off of your lightsaber. This is a good way to do it. We do have the charging cord and an Allen wrench to tighten down the blade. We have the blade plug for whenever your blade isn't in. And then we also have the display stand, which I'll get set up here in just a second. So we got the saber all set up and on the display stand, and I gotta say, this thing is a work of art. For starters, it's just huge. It's about two standard lightsaber hilts long, so it's a very long saber. Definitely not like a staff, but it's like a broadsword almost. It's a very large handle, very large saber, but it's also really heavy. I would kind of guesstimate it to be about 15 to 20 pounds, so it's heavy, it's sturdy, and it's just really high quality. It feels great, and it feels like a really, really high quality saber, especially with all the detail and scoring and weathering on this thing too. It's beautiful, and it just is a work of art. So I am absolutely in love with this saber. Alrighty, so we're gonna be going over some of the cool features of this saber. So we've got it all set up here, and we're gonna be going over some of the colors, fonts, ignitions, and all of that jazz. For starters, there is an app that you can download, and it'll let you control everything from the app. Now, you can control it from the saber, but it is a lot harder because you only have 2 buttons, and so it kind of decides what you want to do based on the length of the time you hold down the button, and so it can be a little finicky and it can be a little hard. So I much prefer controlling it through the app. It's just a whole lot easier, and it kind of spells out everything you need to do. So in the app here, I can change the color of the blade. So we're gonna go and cycle through all the blade colors. We've got blue, kind of like a lime green, a white blue, a yellow, a purple, a white, a light blue, a green, another light blue, a deep red, another purple. But there is also a section for a color palette here, or color wheel, and so you can manually pick the color of the RGBs you like. So there are the preset colors, but I think those aren't great. So I specifically wanted an orange color, and so now we have here an orange color, and it is just looking great. Kind of hard to see the actual blade, but you can see the reflection on me. It's just this bright, beautiful orange color. I love orange lightsabers, and we don't see them a lot in canon, and so I'm glad that we're able to do this for the saber, especially a big, broad saber like this. I think orange looks great. So we are going to go over some of the basic features. So of course there is the twist on. All you got to do is flick your wrists, and it'll turn the lightsaber on. So you just do one of these. Pretty cool. Same thing to turn it off. This thing also has smooth swing. And so the swing hums as you move it. It's motion censored. Some of the Star Wars Hasbro sabers, they have a motion detector where if you swing it, it'll play a pre-recorded audio. This hums as you move it, so it actually sounds like you're moving it around, and it's not a pre-recorded audio, which is great. Of course, there is flash on clash. One cool thing too is if I hit the button on here, it's like I'm blocking a laser bolt. Pretty cool. There are also cool ignitions you can do, so there are a few of those, and I'll show some of my favorites.
Cross ignition. Ignition.
Another thing that I really like is you can control the speed that you ignite it and bring it back down. So right now I have the ignition speed going up at a perfect 5, so right in the middle, and then I have the coming down at a 2, so quite a slow back in. So there's on. and then there's off. You can definitely see how slower the off is. But here is also a really slow on if you guys want to see that. And that's pretty intimidating. There's also a ton of different blade effects you can choose from, so I'll kind of cycle through those right now.
Unstable blade, pulse blade, rainbow blade, infinite blade.
This one's pretty cool.
Wave blade, fire blade, flash blade, crack blade, custom blade 1.
This one is like an RGB blade, very cool. It's hard to see the colors on camera, but it goes from green all the way down to red.
Blade 5.
This one is really cool. It's like the Death Star laser shooting. Kinda cool. This one's one of my favorites. It starts off blue here at the bottom and then goes all the way to red at the top. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this blade has got a ton of features. So now that we've gone over those, let's go ahead and do a swing test. See how this thing feels to swing around. So spinning this thing around, this thing is just so heavy. It is a very heavy saber and it's hard to swing around. It's like a broad saber, so it's definitely a two-handed saber. I tried some one-handed like twirls here and it's heavy, it's hard to twirl around. It's got a lot of weight behind it, so if you're gonna swing this thing around, it's definitely a two-handed saber, that's for sure. And I swung this thing around for probably 3 or 4 minutes and just my forearms burned. Like, it's heavy and it is a workout for sure, just trying to swing this thing around. But I absolutely love this saber. It is a work of art. If you're into prop replicas and display pieces, this is the saber for you. It's sturdy and heavy and high quality. It's got weathering all up and down the hilt here. It's even got this kind of like scoring on the top, like emitter part of it to kind of show that it's been getting hot by the blade, and that's super cool. Nice detail there. Overall, this is a work of art and a display piece. If you guys like prop replica lightsabers, I highly suggest checking this one out. NSabers will be linked down below because I have a ton of cool sabers just like this. Make sure to go check them out. And another huge shout out to NSabers for sending me this lightsaber to review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.